everyone, Melissa Crook here, design team member for Bello's Designs. Today we're going to be making a tag that's going to be similar to this here. This is featuring Thayer and some leaves in the Tree of Courage, the Tree of Wisdom, and a verse, and the leaf mask. So of course this is going to be a little bit bigger, but let's go over the supplies that we're going to need. I have my tag and my mat. Tag is cut 2 3/4 by 4 3/4 with a mat that is 3 by 4. For the stamps today, we're using Thayer. This is LAV 810. The Tree of Wisdom, LAV 609. We're using the small leaf from the vine set, LAV 804. We're using the verse Sky Falls Dark, and I will have this linked. I don't have the Lavinia number, but anyways, and then we will need the tall leaf mask. For the inks, we're going to be using VersaFine Clair in Nocturne and in Rainforest. For the background, we're going to be using Elements inks in Pine, Mermaid, and Greensleeves. We will use our the 1-inch brush and the smaller number 3 brush. And we're going to use some Opal polish. This one is Blue Parakeet by Cosmic Shimmer. Okay, I think that's about everything. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start stamping with Thayer. We're going to ink up in the VersaFine Clair Nocturne. And when we stamp this, we're just going to stamp right to where his eyes, both eyes appear on the sheet, and about halfway in the middle of the tag. Give that a good press. And then next we will stamp the Tree of Wisdom. It's helpful to have your acetate, so when you're looking through this, you can figure out how you like your stamp to be. I like to have this opening between the branches go right over his eyes. And we will stamp that in Nocturne as well. And I'm going to wipe off this branch because it will go right across his face. And I don't want to cover his entire face. So right about there. Good. And now we will stamp our verse along the bottom. Which I'm also stamping in Nocturne. Okay. One good press for that. Okay, and now we're going to start building up our leaves. And I'm using the VersaFine Clair Rainforest. And we're going to just build it up. And we're going to use first, second generations, and we're just going to follow the branches and twist and turn and fill in. our leaf mask, we're going to just kind of go right over the top of all of it. And I'm going to find a spot that I like to go over his eye. I'm going to use that one there. I'm going to try to just hold that in place. Turn this over. And I'm going to start with Greensleeves first. And I'm going to use this small brush. And I'm going to do right along the outside of the mask. And just kind of build that up. And then we're going to use this light color on the topmost part of the mask on the circles. And we're just going to go over all of those. Okay, and without moving our mask, we're going to move on to Mermaid. Nope, not Mermaid, Pine. That goes in the wrong order. So ink up with some pine. And just a little blend into the Greensleeves around the outside. And then we're going to do the top part of the more boxed. And the bottom of these circles. And I'm trying to keep that to the top of the longer lines there. And now moving on to Mermaid. We're going to do the bottoms. I'll just blend that in. At the base of these. And then with our big fat brush, we're going to take just a little of the Mermaid, blend it in around the edges. Okay, and then I'm going to just take my tag and I'm going to edge it with my polish. So let me put those anymore. Okay, so now we're just going to take our polish and we're going to just go around the edge of our card. And I'm just going to spray a little water on here because this is a little dry. And just pounce it in and that'll soak right up. And then we can just grab some of our polish. And we're just going to go right around the edge. And just give that a little shine. And then on my background tag, I'm also thinking about just doing some of this design from the mask, because you will be able to see it just a little bit, and I think that would be pretty cool. So we're going to try to just go around the edge, just using this design on the mask. And I got a big old pile of it right there. And this might just be making a big mess. Yeah, that's just making a mess. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to take this, blend it out, blend it across my tag. Okay, so that was an experiment that didn't really work that great, but that's okay. We're just going to let it dry. I think it's still going to look good. If not, then no big deal. It's just a piece of card, and I'll just grab another one. And I'm going to put that straight through the water. So yeah, that did give it some texture. I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. So instead of using that, and then we'll take our adhesive. I'm using my Ultra Bond adhesive, and I'm just going to glue that down. And place that in the center. And a little extra glue. Okay, and now we will also need our hole punch and some string that I forgot to mention. Okay, so I have just a length of string here. It's kind of multicolored, and it's kind of the wrong color. Like the black part's fine, but the white I don't like so much. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of pine, a little bit of water, and I'm gonna make my own color. And since my hands are all dirty, and I don't really mind it, you could do this with gloves, of course, if you don't, but this is a water-based ink, and if you don't like inky fingers, then of course use some gloves, but it does just like you could spray your hands, drag, and wash off. Never mind that. Okay, so now that we have our string and our tag is finished, we'll take our hole punch, and I do this once they're punched together, so I don't have to try to line up a hole later. I just find that easier for me. Now we're going to double our string over, pull it through. Oh, I like to do this. Okay, so I'm going to pull it through, double it over again. Remember to do it twice. And then you have the one that has the loop here and the two ends there. Just take the loop, go through your strings, pull it tight, and then you have, let's shorten that up just a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick fun tag today to add to our tag book. It will go in page number 2 and right behind the compass. If you're not making the tag book, it's just a fun tag to make anyways, and to try out the Thayer stamp and use up some of the other supplies. But I think this would make a cool tag for a mail, for a gift tag or something as such. So anyways, thank you for joining me. If you haven't followed us on our Facebook groups, please do so. We have 2 groups, Del Bello's Designs Lounge for all the Lavinia stuff, and we have Del Bello's Designs a la carte for cardio and Nellie's Choice, Sweet Poppy stencils, and many more items. So please follow us on our Facebook groups. The links will be below in the description box, as will all of the supplies used today. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.